Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Friday, July 26, 2024. Today, the Prime Minister of Israel, Bibi Netanyahu, went to Mar-a-Lago and met with our 45th President, Donald Trump. I have a photo to share with you from that occasion, and we are going to look at something that people commented on almost immediately about this photo opportunity. Let me go to a share screen and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then we're going to see if the tarot cards have some additional insights and information about this iconic photo that was done today. Okay, I'm going to a share screen. You can find this photo anywhere on the internet if you just do a simple browser search, but this is the photo that I'm talking about. And if you notice right away, there was a lot of comment about the handshake that is displayed here between Benjamin Netanyahu 2.0 and President Trump. And one of the things I looked at, since AI doesn't do hands well, I started counting fingers and they all lined up. But what seemed to be unusual and is not usually seen in handshake photos with our 45th president was this hand on top. So that is what I'm calling this the handshake hypothesis, because there was so much talk in social media about this unusual display. Now, I was thinking about how if there is a dominance aspect to this, which typically that would be the case, I was just reminded that over 16 times the 17 group has said we have it all. And it makes you think that that includes Israel for last. Mr. Netanyahu. Then I decided to take a look at 17 posts that were delted or came out on this day in previous years, and there were a number of them. And the one that I thought might be pertinent for delting on July 26 was this one that says, "Do you understand what is happening? Think optics." Well, I want to understand, and I want to think optics, and I know that quite often there are nonverbal coded communications that are embedded in items, photo opportunities, video, things like that from Mr. T. I think that this handshake might be one of them. So we're just going to ask the universe for insights and information about what is the meaning. Well, let's put a yes or no element into it, okay? Is there truth to the Anon community's chatter that this was literally Mr. T saying we have the upper hand? Dominance, upper hand, okay? Plus insights and information about this event. So that way, if the universe wants to talk a little beyond the handshake, it can. So I want to leave that open, but still have that single question. So is there truth to the speculation that that picture is indicating we have the upper hand, we have it all, plus insights and information about this meeting in general? So let's change the camera. I'll let you watch me work with the cards, and we'll find out together what the universe wants us to know. Okay, so today's meeting at Mar-a-Lago between our 45th president and Mr. Netanyahu had that rather singular photo opportunity of the handshake with the other hand on top. It caused a lot of chatter in the Anon community. And so we're asking, is there truth to the speculation that Mr. T is actually signaling us that he's got the upper hand? In other words, as has been said in 17 posts, they've got it all. Plus additional insights and information about this event in general. Now, I'm asking relevant to this timeline that I'm on, and hopefully most of you are, And I'd like that information to be free of any veiling or obscuring other than what might be needed for operational security. Okay. Oh, I'm going to assume the whole deck is that way, which tells you I didn't peek at it before I started working with it. And our first card is the Queen of Swords. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Lots of strong maternal energy showing up here with the two queens. We have the Eight of Swords. Ooh, the Three of Swords. Yes, the universe wants to make sure we knew that BB was a 2.0. Hanged Man. Four of Wands. Ace of Wands. We got a really hard yes, that there was a coded communication indicated by that handshake, and it was that the White Hat's the alliance and Mr. T is the point person for them. They have the upper hand. They have it all. So that was really cool. Now, let's look at some of the other insights the cards have. Besides the hard yes we've got here, let's look at what else we're being told. And we're having an indication that BB is a 2.0. Now, the two queens showing up on either side here, because this is indicating our question in general and clarifying it a little more, is where our queen showed up. If we had three, it would be rather ominous, but with the two, it's just simply saying that there is some strong feminine energy that has been at play in this situation and helpful feminine energy. Now, understand I say feminine energy, and balanced humans contain both divine masculine and divine feminine energy. So that doesn't mean there's specifically females involved with the situation, with the we have it all, we have the upper hand. It's being indicated by that handshake and the cards, but it does indicate that there's been strong female energy. And I hope that the White Hats and Alliance has a good, capable representation that's diverse with both genders, as well as, capable humans or capable benevolent beings. Whoever's helping us to make the gains for this plane of existence that we need, come on board regardless. And I'm not talking about DEI didn't earn it. I'm talking about capable people, then you set aside gender and every other thing that divides us and compartmentalizes us and just go for the goods. Go for the goods. Okay, so there's been some strong feminine energy at play here. The recent past, he's been Mr. Netanyahu has had his tail feathers trimmed a little bit. And again, this has been the 2.0 or 3.0 or whatever version they're on of him. He's made some decisions that were not his to make, and that was part of the reason that he was here. It wasn't just to try to make some connections with, possible upheavals in the political scene in my country. He was called in to do some explaining, is what I'm seeing here. He's looking at things in a whole new way. With the hangman showing up, and that's firm. The hangman's looking at things in a new way. He's not uncomfortable. Okay, this card by itself, but I think that he came out of that meeting with Mr. T, and he had some new understandings about the role he has played, will play, and what the future holds for him. And it's not all that bad as far as the effect on our plane of existence. We can be pretty sure that, again, White Hats Alliance, they're in control. They've got the upper hand here. They're not going to lose it. Nothing can stop what is coming. And there's nothing ominous for the rest of us to worry about this meeting or what shenanigans Mr. Netanyahu might try to approve or get up to in the future. It looks like I said, that he got his tail feathers trimmed pretty well in this meeting. Okay, I'm going to get a couple more cards and let's see what else the Handshake Hypothesis can tell us. Okay, with the sun showing up here and the Two of Swords, again, we're not going to know quite everything that's at play here. We've got the blindfold, again, one of those little nudges from the universe telling us, okay, there's a little more here than I'm telling you, but I'm giving you enough so that you can have some confirmation of theories and some information, to kind of tuck under your hat and know about, be aware about. With the sun showing up though, the sun just says everything is falling into place and things are going really, really well. Now, I'm going to change camera and then we'll wrap this up, but I did want to give one short little advisory too, so hang on there. Okay, the advisory is nothing terrible. It's just I wanted to explain something. I have in the past watched other tarot readers. I don't do a whole lot of that anymore because I want to have my own take on how I read the cards and present information with you. But I've seen other tarot readers who do some editing of what the universe has shared with the reader. You can see that in the cards that come up, even though it's their reading, their intuitive take on it, what have you. And I personally don't want to do that. I've explained before, that's one of the reasons I sometimes put that caveat into what I'm asking for, is that I want the information to be clear and shareable and very transparent, but I let the universe do the editing. And it's usually, again, for someone's personal safety that they do. But that way, as the cards come out, I can share with you everything I see with them. Now, do I catch it all? No, but I don't deliberately edit some message out of the cards. So there's been a couple times, some things that connections that later on, like, oh yeah, there were 3 6s. I should have talked about what that might have signified and how that might have layered into what I did. But it's not deliberate. It's just being a fallible human in an imperfect world. We do the best we can, and sometimes mistakes are made. But I just wanted to assure you that that was one of the reasons why I keep the cards in view as I work with them. I see them for the first time as they're shown on the video with you, and we take it from there, and I share everything that I see with no editing. So I let the universe do that, and I want to explain that. So let's get into a quick recap. There was a photo taken today of Mr. Netanyahu and Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago, and they were shaking hands for the photo op, and Mr. T had his hand on top of the handshake. Now, that can be we wondered if that was a code of communication. Just looking at body language and knowing, kind of a little bit about what that could signify, it tends to be a trait of someone showing dominance when that happens. It's not necessarily a gesture of affection. It can be, but this didn't look like an affection type of thing. So we said, hey, there's some chatter in the alt media community that this is actually signaling to us that Mr. T, the White Hats Alliance, have the upper hand, which would kind of go along with the 16 times that the 17 posts have said we have it all. And then I looked at posts that showed up on this date in previous years. I didn't look at the mirrors. I just looked at the previous years. And there was one that just seemed to jump out at me and said, think optics. Well, this was an optic. This was a photo op. That's optic at its core and essence. The universe told us, we asked if the chatter was right, that it was we have it all. We have the upper hand. Don't worry. Got a hard yes with the Ace of Wands on that. I was calling Mr. BB a 2.0 and definitely got a confirmation, just the universe, in case I hadn't. They were making sure we knew he was a 2.0. By the way, I did not get any sense that the Mr. T in that photo op was a body double or something like that. So just to let you know, if he was working from such a place of trust and empowerment that it didn't matter. It didn't matter. But I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying that there was, because we've sometimes heard that the real Mr. T is in Cheyenne Mountain. And I think that the real Mr. T has, on numerous occasions, had some really miraculous intervention to remain on this earthly plane. And just thought I'd mention that's why my take on this card, which often shows up when there's a double at play, is that it was for Mr. Netanyahu only. Then it looked like what the cards were telling us. First of all, no worries, no worries. In the near future, things are going to fall into place. And that he came out of that meeting with some agreements, but it looked like he might have had a little bit of a come to Jesus moment or two in that meeting and came away with looking at things in a new way. So I got the sense, again, this is a combination of intuition and the using an intuitive aid in the tarot cards, that there might have been, like I said, a little bit of calling on the carpet with this meeting. So it just looked like, that photo up, if you look at it, Mr. Netanyahu looks just a tad bit frazzled and not on top of his game. Okay, I was just looking at the gap in the suit coat and the wrinkles and what have you, and I don't think that travel explains it all, because he would have had plenty of opportunities to stay spiffy. So it's not like he traveled with just his carry-on bag. So there were interesting conversations had today, apparently, at Mar-a-Lago, and the photo op is meant to reassure us that no matter what was said or what was done, there's nothing that can stop what is coming. The White Hats, the Alliance, have the upper hand and aren't going to lose it. It is really close to go time, folks, really close. And I am looking forward to it, even if there are some wrinkles and bumps in the road from people that wanted to delay or stop this whole thing from happening. But like I said, I do believe that nothing can stop what is coming, and what's coming is a lot of much needed change and restoration and rejuvenation for not just this country, but for the world, the plane of existence we live on. And it's going to be great. So picture it happening tomorrow. Saturday's a great day for it, right? It's going to happen on one day of the week. Might as well be a Saturday. Okay, that's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and attention. I am pleased to report, as I make this video for the very first time, my little 3-month-old kitten Nova is not in camera range, but she stayed here for the meeting. I've got claws dug into my calves. I'm wearing pants, so it's okay. So she's actually helping with the video. And she's attracted by the energy that comes along with the gems and the tarot cards, and I love it. So she's getting there, folks. She's getting there. Until next time, if you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and I wish for you everything bright. Bye.